lot of questions about measurements in my videos, and usually if you're making something specifically for a child or an adult, I can't really give you the measurements, but I can show you how to measure. And today we're going to do measuring baby, and I will do a video also on measuring an adult, but the video I'm getting ready to work on, I'm going to do a fitted bodice, and it's going to be a little different than the videos I've done before. You know, it's a little bit different dress, so I'm going to show you how to measure. And I think this baby doll here is probably about the size of a 3-month-old, but you can't go by what my numbers are going to be. You're going to have to do this yourself and get your own numbers to create your pattern. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. And since I'm making a fitted bodice, what I would do is measure across the baby's chest, and I want to kind of get close to the underarms, or maybe like right above the breast, you know, the nipples. So we would do that way and get that number, and what I get here is about 4.5. And then we want to figure out how long we want the bodice. So if you figure right above the breast down to just below the breast, for this one I get 2.5 inches. Then I want to figure out how long I need the straps to be. So I'm going to, I hope you can see that, I'm going to go from back to front, kind of figuring out where those straps are going to be. So I'm getting 5 inches for that. Then I want to go under the arms and measure the width of the entire width of the baby's bust. So get 14 for that. If you're going to make it anything with armholes, what you need to do is measure around, all the way under the arm, all the way around, and get that number. And you don't want it to be, if you're making something with armholes, you want a little bit of room in there, you know, so they can move around. So you would, whatever this number is that you get, you maybe want to add maybe an inch, 1.5 inches to it. Then if we're making pants, we would do baby's waist this way. The inseam is from the crotch, turn it this way. The inseam is from the crotch down the leg, and if you're maybe making shorts, you would measure inside the leg and go down to maybe the knee, and that's where you get your measurement. It's just long pants, you want to go all the way down the leg and measure that. And making things particularly for baby, you would need to measure around the leg too. You know, you don't want it to be too tight or too loose. I guess if you're making long sleeves, you would measure from the shoulder to the wrist. Short sleeves, you know, you measure from the shoulder to wherever you want the sleeve to stop. Always add a seam allowance, depending on the material, which I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I add anywhere from 1 inch to a couple of inches around for the seam allowance, so that I know it's like 1/4 inch each side, if you understand that. But if it's certain materials, you need to add more seam allowance, because you don't want to sew it too close to the edge of the fabric because of fraying or anything like that. But that's it. That's how you measure baby. So I'm going to get started on a dress that I have that's going to have a fitted bodice, and you'll see when I create that pattern how I'm going to do that. It's not going to be the size for this, for a baby or a doll though, because I want to make it for maybe my granddaughter. So maybe you can get a better visual of that now that I've showed you how to do this. So, peace, y'all. Bye-bye.